Oh. I really gotta try Rayman 2. That seems good. It's like,
There's that Rayman game in the 3DS that came out really early in the 3DS's lifespan.
yeah, what was that? Was that just a Rayman 2 remake, or?
I have no idea. Man, 3DS had a rough launch.
Man, Rayman just, like, transitioned to 3D right away. Like, no delay. But I guess, like, the industry was used to 3D at that point. No one ever talks about the MGS3 remake on 3DS.
No, nobody ever talks about a lot of 3DS games.
Ooh, shit.
These really early 3DS games were cranked out just by mandate from Nintendo, just to get something on the system. Like 3D Land, MGS3 Remake, Steel Diver,
Yeah.
the 3DS version of Street Fighter 4,
Mm-hmm.
Luigi's Mansion, like the freaking Luigi's Mansion 2 or something. I don't know how it works.
I think Luigi's Mansion 2 was pretty late, right?
Remember Paper Mario on the 3DS? Sticker Star?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because it was called, man, there's some
There's
nasty 3DS games.
I just noticed the mushrooms.
Why did they do that?
They're like, look at that. They got a little routine.
Why? Oh,
Oh, very nice.
let's eat them. See what happens. Yeah, I don't know what happened with 3DS, but Nintendo, I've never seen Nintendo in, like, emergency danger mode like that
What
in a
the
while.
hell?
Like, we've seen what Nintendo does when they're in disaster mode.
Okay, never mind.
Like,
Just got to the end.
3DS came out and they're like, it's the 3DS, like, would fail to...
Oh, shit.
would, like, fail to turn off. Remember that? When it first came out, how bad and slow the operating system was?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It just barely worked.
Uh-huh.
And there was nothing to play. The game sucked. The system is ugly. It scratches itself.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
horrible.
it scratches itself.
The launch 3DS. And,
it took me a while to get my hands on one, too. I think it had I think it had shortages, too.
I don't know, but anyway, Nintendo, I think Nintendo, you never see them in, like, scared mode like that, because what happened was, remember I think they dropped the price really soon. They introduced the Ambassador program.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? For people who bought it, they gave you a bunch of GBA games, which I played because they're awesome. But, and then, they started cranking out, like, they made, at one E3, they just had a sizzle reel of 1 million remakes.
Mm-hmm.
And Steel Diver, Ocarina of Time, Paper Mario, blah, 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 blah. Just shit them out, I don't care. They just get them out, get them done. And they're all, like, not Nintendo quality. They're all kind of like...
Oh, shit.
They're all kind of like... Nintendo wants to deliver it like a 10 out of 10 attempt. But all these games were like 7 out of 10 attempts. They're good enough. It's weird to see Nintendo, when they have to, they can go into the war chest and just mandate like 20 games if they need it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And they needed it bad. 3DS was struggling.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of sad. And then the Wii U happened, and it was just like the same idea. The biggest Wii U thing they had was like a remake of Wind Waker, and like, yeah, we got the remake of Wind Waker and a few other good games, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And then all those games were ported to the Switch, so that you didn't have to have one.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
A weird era for Nintendo. Like 2006 to 2017, wasn't that a weird time?
Uh-huh.
Like Nintendo was totally a different company in that time. It was totally touch and go. Like this could be any moment. This could just implode.
Yeah.
Feeling like
real bad.
And the Switch happened, and they just that's enough.
Wasn't the year of Luigi their worst year ever?
That was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. The year of Luigi. Like announcing that, it's just like such a defeat. It's just like, okay, here's the year of Luigi.
Uh-huh.
Here you go. How pathetic that is. You never see Sony do that. Like, they're like, oh no, we're not doing that. It's stupid. They had they had some nasty E3 conferences too. Remember that E3 conference where it ended on the big surprise reveal was a compilation of people playing Mario games.
Yeah.
Let's Mario.
Uh-huh.
And it was just gross. It was like, oh, this isn't an announcement. You can't just try to trick me with a YouTube video. What the hell is that? You guys don't have anything. They were probably diverting everything towards the Switch at that time. I couldn't create anything for the Wii U. Oh, but there's Project Giant Robot. It's coming, guys. And Project Guard or whatever. Don't worry. Shigeru Miyamoto has made it his life's mission to create 3 games that use the Wii U gamepad. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's saying, I'm now attempting to use the Wii U gamepad for something.
Such a massive challenge, and it really did not work out.
Imagine, like, we're that far into the Wii U's lifespan, and Miyamoto is just saying, I'm going to find a use for this, I swear. And then they just, like, shit out Star Fox Zero, and just forced it to use the Wii U gamepad. Remember how little sense it made?
Yeah.
Remember how stupid it was?
And it's the worst part of the whole experience.
I know, and they just, no, it has to use the Wii U gamepad. Dang it. Every time you do that, you're just making it harder for people to replay it in the future. You know that, right?
Whoa, what the heck? What do I do?
You're making it arcane and hard to play in the future. Because you have to get shit running on emulators and... Yeah. Like you can play the NES, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube in one unbroken chain of owning the console, the game, and the controller.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to the Wii, and it's like, okay, the game, the console, the controller, the sensor bar, the batteries for the controller, and then we have to move. Okay. And then you get to the Wii U, and it's like, okay. The gamepad, 30 years from now, the screen isn't going to work probably. Okay, well, we need the screen to play the game. Not only that, you can't turn on the Wii U without it. You need it. You cannot use the options. The options menu in the Wii U is tied to the pad. You can't, because I know somebody in real life who took their Wii U with them and didn't bother to take the gamepad because they just assumed that you could turn it on with the Pro Controller and do everything with the Pro Controller. You can't. So he had to borrow my gamepad for like a minute to set up the Wii U.
That's hilarious.
Okay, imagine it's the year 2050. The gamepad has to work. Okay, some games actually will use the sensor bar. Some games can use the Wii remote. Needs a battery. The gamepad has to charge. The battery in the gamepad has to work. The charging cable has to work. I've replaced my charging cable 3 times. You need the game. You need... Yeah, it just keeps going, and it's just like, just becomes, I don't want to bother anymore. But thankfully, the Switch kind of reversed that a bit, and it's just like, okay, there's nothing in here except for the console. The Switch is so successful, but it doesn't even have Netflix. You notice that?
Yeah.
Still. Doesn't have anything except for YouTube and games. That's it.
Well, it has Twitch, but it's awful. Did you try the Twitch app?
I think for a second.
Yeah, it doesn't have chat. It's kind of lame. But, I mean, it works. Oh, man. Love the health bars in these platformer bosses. What is that like? Was like 15 HP? Yeah, I love that. Back in my day, Mario 3, you could you could beat the boss like without it moving. Those were the days.
Yeah, just jump on it like 1,000 times. Pretty quick, and you couldn't do anything. I really like doing that in Sonic, in the early Sonic games. You ever get a boss into a loop where he can't do anything, and Sonic bounces off something
yeah,
over
yeah,
and over
that's
and over again?
perfect.
I love it.
But I like fighting Boom Boom in SMB3, and you like you can't gets no chance to do anything.
Boom Boom is generally pretty sad, and it's
And you
pretty.
fight him like 200 times.
It's sad. Like Boom Boom, he's so boring and bland and pathetic. And isn't it weird that Nintendo brought him back?
I know.
Like he's in the recent games, freaking Boom Boom, shithead.
They had to change they had to modernize his design. They just couldn't do anything. He's such a generic, like, pseudo Koopa.
He's so boring.
He's not even a real Koopa. He doesn't even have all the features of a Koopa.
What is he? Why is he like malformed? He's just there.
Oh, there you go. Jeez, what a tough mosquito. Okay.
Like a Ray Gentleman did it again.
Yeah.
Remember when people really thought he was going to be in Smash?
Yeah. Oh, that Rayman fake was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Really good. It's really slick. Now you can grab things with your fist.
I can use my hands to grab?
Use the square
I couldn't
button.
grab my entire life. I just had to have open palm everything. It was hell.
Wait, how do I do that? Are they showing me a different button? Like, is this not square? What the hell?
No, that's 2.
That's the 2
If
button.
you look closely, it's the Roman numeral 2.
Oh, I can jump up here. Never mind. Yeah, that makes sense. Slowly remembering how to play this.
Imagine, like, you're playing with a PC controller, and it's like, press the 3 button. And, there's a section later on, a QuickTime event, where you need to press 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 2. On your PC controller, on your Gravis Media PC accelerator hot button controller.
Whoa.
on your Mad Catz hot play pad. On my hot pad.
Bad.
On my Logitech Pro Play.
My Game Ascension Pro.
Remember Logitech controllers for PC? And that brief moment where it looked like there was one good Logitech controller that was going to become the standard. Remember that one? That Logitech controller?
Yeah.
And then the 360 came out and it was like, no, this is it. Here. Like,
I had it.
is it any good?
Well, I had a wireless version. It was really good. I think
Yeah, for a moment it looked like that was
it
going
was
to
my
be the
main
standard.
controller for a while.
That was going to be the standard for a while, and then the standard became the 360 pad. And now there's this thing happening where random PC game controllers you get on you get on the internet, and I think it has this, like, my controller that I use for my drone, which is just random, like, GameSir, like,
whoops.
not English controller, has the same layout as the Steam controller. Remember that?
A non-white controller.
Yeah, when we found that out.
An ethnic controller.
And it's like, it kind of looks like there may be a new standard.
Yeah?
Where it's like, what, doesn't the Steam controller have the Nintendo face buttons, right?
Oh, shit.
Am I right? Or does it have the Xbox face buttons?
It has Xbox face buttons.
But it has L1, L2, R2, R1. Right?
It has, no, it has LT and RT. L, R, B, and it has Xbox layout. Because that's the standard for PC.
I've noticed weird controllers using the PlayStation shoulder buttons and the Xbox face buttons. I've seen it a few times. I was like, oh, that's weird.
Well, I can see some weird controllers using that, but the standard right now is just Xbox. Okay, got it.
I wish that never happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish Xbox never changed the swapped X and Y and A and B.
I hate
It's
that.
like-
I hate it. Well, actually, you blame Sega, but
Yeah.
Sega, like, the Xbox controller for the original Xbox is more or less just a rip off the Dreamcast controller. But
No.
the Dreamcast switched it first.
Whoa!
I don't know why.
Don't shoot lasers, jeez.
Like, can we not? Can we just, like, is it the end of the world if we just switch Xbox to Nintendo layout for the buttons? Like, is that the end of the world?
Is it? Like, is it copyrighted?
No.
Like the D-pad was for so long.
There's no way you can copyright the placement of the X, A, and Y and B buttons. You can't.
It doesn't seem like something they do, but maybe it's the truth. Yeah, because right now, like, trying to emulate Nintendo consoles on the Steam Deck that should have the right button layout, but they don't. It's really annoying. Oh, why do insects have so much HP?
This game is just Insect Fighter.
Yeah. An unrealistic amount of HP for insects.
I'm liking this satellite game from 2003.
Yeah.
Playing with the remote.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it. Candyland. Candy Town.
Oh, I bet there's something like that for Rayman, but it plays like absolute ass.
Candy Town Plus. Candy Town Nights. Yeah.
You know, this world in particular really looks like it. It's like you get that wonky sort of painted looking aesthetic.
Yeah, I don't know about this. the way this is, it's kind of feels like it's gonna, ask me for gems to continue or something.
Yeah. Ask me to watch an ad to continue.
Yeah.
If I die, it's gonna, like, watch an ad to revive.
The ad comes on, and it's just like, the ad's playing ukulele music, and it's like, we all know sometimes things can happen. So let's do it together.
Yeah.
And it's an ad for, like, the CIA.
Yeah. Just
I
an
don't know.
ad for the CIA.
Yeah, and it's like it's animated it's a cartoon, but it looks like Arthur, but it's for the CIA, and it says this esoteric. We all know things can be that way, so let's do it together, or something. And it's the ukulele music, and then CIA, and then in collaboration with McDonald's or something.
The CIA got bought out by McDonald's. Like, enable telemetry and we'll give you one free poll.
Yeah, the enable locations data, and that you can get 5 gems if you do this. 5 gems is almost enough to get my daily my daily loot pass. I might do it. I only have 4 gems now, so if I get 5 gems, I'll have enough for 1.5 loot. So I got to keep going.
Yeah, 1 3/4.
Yeah.
But if you get 2, then you'll get a bonus.
It'd be so funny if it turns out like that's how the CIA spies on people in the future, by creating CIA-backed phone games that try to get you to turn on your location.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Uh-huh. No, but if Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein is any indication, then they just play old games on emulators.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like, there's like so much of the world doesn't give a shit about the laws around software. They don't give a shit. They don't.
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Like, you go to like China, it's just like you go to the store, and it's just plastic bags filled with CDs with just every game on it. And there you go. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like
I wonder how many parents got mad that their kids are pirating games. Like, none, I bet.
none. It doesn't matter. They just don't recognize this shit. Reminds me of this one time I was reading this article about this guy from like Indonesia or something. I can't find it anymore, and I spent a few hours trying to find this article because it's interesting. But he wrote this thing on growing up in the being a gamer in the third world.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how when he came to the U.S., I think he said he couldn't convince any of his friends that this Zelda Link to the Past game was actually a ripoff of King Bing Dynasty 2 or something.
Really?
And he thought that was the original. Like, imagine growing up thinking that you're playing Ling Zing Dao Adventure to the East, and it's Link to the Past, right? But you don't know that, and you're trying to convince your friends that it's actually this other game from Indonesia, and they're like, "No, this is Link to the Past. It's from Japan." Oh, what?
What?
Like, that thing. He was talking about how he grew up with a fake version of every game, and he can't separate the memories from that anymore. So he's just like, Zelda is actually it's like Wongding Happy Lucky Bus Service. Like, why? What's going on? Like, no, Zelda is a ripoff of Lucky Crazy Happy Guy.
Hey, he bit me. I didn't know he could do that.
And he said it was just.
Hey, he kicked me.
He said, like,
this guy's tough. What the hell?
Basically, no one bought software.
This guy's stronger than Frieza.
It just never happened. You can't buy software. It's just like you pirate it, or your game comes on a CD compilation of 100 games that you got at the open air meat market. I got my meat and my CD with 400 games, and they're all, and it's not Mario. It's King Zhao Benevolent Society.
King Zhao the Benevolent.
It's something, I don't know. You know?
That's perfect. That's a perfect, like,
it's
bootleg name for Mario. Like the dumpy little plumber man. King Zhao the Benevolent.
QINGZIAO the Benevolent. And it's actually Mario World ported backwards to the NES. And the music has been swapped for ear-splitting nonsense.
Yeah.
Ear-splitting piracy core. That's what it was with that. Yeah, what? There's no Mario. There's only King Zhao the Benevolent. There's no Mario. It's a ripoff of King Zhao. Believe me, guys. When I was a kid, I had King Zhao on the NES, so it must be older than Mario World. Look. They stole the King Zhao the Benevolent.
Okay.
When they made Mario World, they stole it.
Yeah.
And just go to the meat store and pick up 11 copies of San Andreas for the PC. You ever read that thing about how the PC version of San Andreas was like one of the most common pieces of software in the world?
Don't do that.
Everybody had the PC version of San Andreas a bazillion times. Remember that? People were laughing at that, like saying like most of the world is the PC version of San Andreas.
Yeah.
Man, they like these GTA games over there. Like they'll make a modded version and sell it as like just something.
the reason for that is that there's just a bunch of mods, like, just out there that you can pack together and make a bootleg.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, you're taking their game, putting on your own original mods, and resell it for $10. Why not? I made these mods. It's fine.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just go down. Nope.
I mean, there are people here making money off mods, and it's...
Mm-hmm.
There's always this thought that this might be wrong, and nobody wants to say anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's modders who demand... There's modders who like, oh no, the mods are free, but you just have to be on my Patreon to get the link. And I would never charge for mods. Like, they'll go on a high horse. I would never charge for mods.
No.
And then it's like...
Directly.
This project is going to take another 10 years if you don't get on my Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Get on my Patreon, and maybe the mod will come out. I'm dealing with that right now.
It's a one-man job, but like for some reason having more money makes it go faster.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Except maybe it doesn't. We're not sure. Yeah, I'm dealing with that right now. Like, Final Fantasy VIII Remastered on PC. I just decided to get it on the Christmas sale or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks horrible, but I got it just because there's people working on an overhaul mod that replaces the backgrounds with AI upscaled backgrounds.
Yeah. So
it looks good. Like, it looks right for the models.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest problem right now. It's not as bad with 7, but with 8 it's horrendous. Because there's characters who, to save on memory, are rendered into the background. They take the model, take a screenshot of the model, put it on the background, and on the PlayStation you couldn't tell. But now their character is in the background low res and you're high res, and you're talking to them. It's horrible.
That's hard.
But right now there's a guy like single-handedly like upscaling all the backgrounds, and if you want to demo the mod, you have to be on his Patreon.
Ooh, yeah.
And he said it'll be free when it comes out, but people are speculating now. It's been so long that it's never going to come out. He just wants to get on the Patreon.
Yeah.
It's not going to come out.
Yeah, there's your Yandere Sim dev situation.
It's turning into just a money.
The development is the product, yeah.
It's just turning into like...
There's always a risk that could happen.
It's turning into... Like, I'm going to intentionally work slow so that the Patreon keeps going. Because when it comes out, it's free. It's an interesting conundrum. When it's done, it's free. So, therefore, why would I ever finish it?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I can keep the money going if I never finish it. So the more people who donate, the longer it takes. It's so funny. Like, it's the opposite of reality. Like, it's... Whoa. It's a mod, so you don't really want to say anything to you don't really want to... you don't want to get any legal shit involved, because we're not... we're not really sure if you can sell a mod, so you can't really say anything. And I don't think there's any legal grounds to complain.
Mm-hmm.
Because, oh no, you're just on my Patreon to donate to me. I don't know. Feel free to donate, guys. It's just a donation. He's not paying for nothing, right? It's a weird conundrum. So I guess we're lucky if any mods come out ever now. Because it's easier just to make money not doing the mods. I get paid not to make mods.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bet what'll happen is this guy will take so long to mod it that some retard will get tired of waiting, and he'll just do it himself and release it free.
Yeah.
There. All I did was take the backgrounds and run them through Gigapixel AI.
Uh-huh.
It took a few months, but I did it. There you go. It's free. And everybody else is like, I just wasted so much money on this shithead's Patreon. I was on his Patreon for 3 years. I spent $2,000. And then he'll just be destroyed on the internet forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dangerous game.
Ooh, okay. What about this? What do I do? As opposed to... Oh. Go here. Whoa. Yeah!
Well, that's Rayman.
Yeah, let's get to the end of Rayman.
This game is very...
It's very platformer.
It's not much going on.
Yeah, it's very platformer.
I don't know how much more I can take.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, this is something new.
We're an hour into it, too.
Yeah.
What's this game's back-of-the-box feature? I guess that's my question.
Yeah. What's Rayman's back
The
of the box?
investors are asking, what's the back-of-the-box feature for Rayman?
That's something to brainstorm about when, like, tell me in the comments what you think the back of the box feature of Rayman is. What's the defining feature of Rayman?
No one would know. I don't know, he's Rayman.
Well, is anyone else Rayman?
No.
Rayman has the unique quality of starring Rayman. So that's something.
He's not fast. He's not strong. He's not...
He has range.
What's his special ability?
He has range.
Yeah, but so does Rystar. Like, haven't done it a million times.
Yeah. Well, something to mull over.